If you travel a mile southeast of downtown Fort Worth, you will find the South Side neighborhood, one of Fort Worth's oldest African-American communities. The area was identified at the time as a Negro district. Its residents made up 41% of Fort Worth's population.
I grew up in the area, and it really feels like we've gone full circle. That was once an area of much development and really the beginning of the African-American community in Fort Worth.
I mean, it becomes kind of a setting for rejuvenation, but that rejuvenation would be kind of pitted around the library itself, some of the shops.
As early as 1910, African Americans had begun to migrate into the area around East Terrell Avenue. And from there they continued to expand and grow, largely due to William Gooseneck McDonald, who had the financial ability to buy up several large plots of land around the area. Great artists and musicians honed their skills in this South Side area. Jazz greats like Ornette Coleman, Dewey Redman, and Ronald Shannon Jackson were all members of the Terrell High School Band. Skilled music teachers like William Fowler and John Carter gave opportunities to South Side men that they might not have had because of the segregation at the time.
During the time that we were all children together, everybody made their children take music somewhere.
Fort Worth, like many other cities, did not allow African American children to attend school. To make sure that all children got an education, James A. Cavell and James Glenn both founded schools for Fort Worth's African American children.
I still say young people ought to dream and dream big, and don't let anybody turn them around when it comes to the things they want.
Fine learning institutions would develop in the area. Schools were sprouting up in churches like Mount Zion. Educator Isaiah Milligan Terrell had Tarrant County's African American High School named after him in 1921. Our Lady of Mercy School building opened in 1932, later changing names to Our Mother of Mercy, and finally becoming Tommy Tucker Nursery School in 1960. A portion of the building has now been incorporated into the new Chamblee Branch Library.
If you don't know where you've been, you won't know where you're going. Evans Avenue was that pinnacle of success for the city of Fort Worth.
Talent was abundant in the arts. Figures like Harold Boyd and Percy Henderson paved the way for African American exhibited art. And without the passion and hard work of Benet Harrison Fowler, fine institutions for the development of African music and creative art would have never been possible. Award-winning athletic coaches and even NFL and boxing greats would emerge from the South Side. Religion acted as a beacon of hope for many African American families. They were able to find comfort and unity in churches like Mount Gilead, Fort Worth's oldest Baptist African American congregation.
Religion was the place where we got our solace. Religion was the place where we were able to be comforted, to interact with neighbors on a regular basis.
The emancipation of slaves brought a whole new realm of opportunities to the area. Civic and political leaders began to emerge, playing significant roles in everything from city council to the push for the integration of the public schools.
I mean, you can't talk about I Am Terrell High School unless you hear about Miss Peace. You can't talk about education, not only in the lives that she touched when she was at I Am Terrell, and the lives that she touched just in the community in general.
Healthcare was also being expanded. Physicians like Dr. R.A. Ransom Sr. and Dr. Marion Brooks would open up the first facilities to provide health care to African Americans. The real pioneer in terms of city government was Dr. Edward Gwynn, who became the first black city council member. Not only was he a medical doctor with his office on the southeast side where it has remained and treating people that other doctors frankly would not treat in those days, but he was a true civic leader. The community was able to stay unified and informed with publications like the Fort Worth Mind newspaper and the Lake Como Weekly.
And so now the excitement just continues to build, because now we will be able to bring this neighborhood back to its original opulence.
For more information about the history of Evans-Rosedale, please visit fwlivinglegacy.org.